Hi LEGO fans! It took a while, but finally we have our first instalment of LEGO Harry Potter sets for 2022. Also just released is 76396 Hogwarts Moment Divination class, 76397 Hogwarts Moment Defense Against the Dark Arts class, and 76399 Hogwarts Magical Trunk. But today I'm going to be unboxing, speed building, and reviewing set number 76398 Hogwarts Hospital Wing from LEGO Harry Potter. This is based on Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban and has some rather interesting features. For example, the clock tower that symbolises time in the third movie. It also featured in the 75948 Hogwarts Clock Tower set from 2019, but this time it has the 20th anniversary green roof. You'll also notice that Ron has a broken leg sustained when the Grim dragged him beneath the roots of the Whomping Willow, but more on that later. I really like the way the artwork incorporates the full moon, including the trail from Harry's wand. I remain ever hopeful that we shall see a reboot of the Shrieking Shack sometime soon. Okay, before you jump all over the comments, this is future Jeremy, who just found out that past Jeremy's wishes are coming true. While filming this video, LEGO announced a bunch of Summer 22 Harry Potter sets, including a reboot of the Shrieking Shack, now accompanied by the Whomping Willow. Thank you, LEGO. Building the hospital wing could cause a serious injury to your wallet. This retails for $50 US, 50 euros, or 45 of your Great British pounds. The 510-piece part count includes 4 magically magnificent minifigures. For the first time, we have a Madam Poppy minifigure representing the strict but very competent healer who was matron of the hospital wing. We also have Hermione Granger in a pink hoodie that's covered in mud after scrambling through the tunnel beneath the murderous tree towards the Shrieking Shack. Ron also has a new torso print which is suitably mud splattered to go with the plastered leg, which shows nice attention to detail. And of course this would not be a LEGO Harry Potter set without the Boy What Gone Done Lived, this time with a suitably muddied up torso print. Also included is a new owl design which looks very similar to Hermes. Other details include Hermione's injured wrist, which she sustained in her encounter with the Whomping Willow, and an odd looking time turner. Over on the back of the box, we get a closer look at the interior of Hogwarts Hospital Wing, a place students seem to visit way too often. The hospital wing accommodates 3 patients and includes items for treating magical maladies, including a bottle of Skele-gro. And just in case you pick up more than you expected after the Yule Ball, I'm sure Madam Pomfrey can supply some Quidditch to help with that rash. A nice feature of this set is the mechanical clock. Notice the large gear sitting behind Harry and Hermione. This enables the hands of the clock to turn when you twist one of the turrets on the tower. Like previous sets, this is modular and you can combine it with other 20th anniversary sets including Fluffy Encounter, Chamber of Secrets, First Flying Lesson, and Polyjuice Potion Mistake. Final thing to note before we tear this open is that the set includes 2 collectible wizard cards, which recreate the collectibles you get inside Chocolate Frogs. Once again, we have these punchy tabs which destroy the box. Sorry, knife. Here's everything that came inside the box. We've got 4 numbered bags of LEGO, a 78-page instruction booklet, and a teeny tiny sticker sheet. I'm going to go ahead and put together the 76398 Hogwarts Hospital Wing, and today this is going to be a 90-second speed build. And here is the completed 76398 Hogwarts Hospital Wing from LEGO Harry Potter. Build time today was 54 minutes and pretty straightforward, but I really do like the end result. We're going to start by checking out the hospital wing and the curious things which lie within. We'll also be visiting the clock tower with its action feature, getting up close and personal with the minifigures, and comparing them to their on-screen counterparts. Clearly this is not an accurate recreation of Hogwarts Hospital Wing, which is rumoured to be on one of the upper floors. The suggested configuration has the clock tower on top of the hospital, but when we see the doors of the hospital wing flung open, it's clear the clock is situated on the same level as the hospital. Notwithstanding, this is a great looking set and comes with a bunch of stuff. We'll take a look at all of this Lego-y goodness as we work our way around the build. The set is quite compact and stands about 26 centimeters or 10¼ inches tall. The most striking feature is the clock tower, which signifies the importance of time, especially if you're Buckbeak or Sirius Black. Like in the movie, we have a smaller clock overlapping the larger one. This printed clock design was originally used in Disney sets. Notice the time is approaching midnight, just like in the Cinderella story. The larger clock face is nicely detailed and also appeared in the 75948 Hogwarts Clock Tower set. It's actually a transparent inverted satellite dish which is printed on the reverse. You'll probably notice the large gear hidden behind the clock. This is connected to the hands and creates a nice but simple action feature. Around the back we find a number of gears which make the magic happen. To literally become a time turner, just twiddle the middle turret. Each of the turrets is made from a textured cone element and then a unicorn horn up on top. Being a 20th anniversary set, all of the roof elements are made out of sand green Lego. This is a throwback to the very early Hogwarts sets before Lego went all boring and made the roofs grey. As we expect from Hogwarts, the roofs are steeply pitched and have many skylights. There's even a high tower window complete with leaded glass. The lower level includes 3 large windows because sunlight is very good for recovery. I'm a big fan of the decorative finials made out of more of those sand green unicorn horns. The scrollwork at the base of the windows is also a really nice touch. One interesting feature of the hospital wing build are the hinges which are visible at the front. I guess we'll find out what they do a little bit later. As well as nice architectural features, you'll also notice we've got some connection points. Female connectors on this side of the building, and we also get some pins to connect the buildings together. There are also connection points on the side of the clock tower, giving us some modular connection options. If you so desire, Fluffy can move in next door. I guess having the hospital wing next to a murderous 3-headed dog could be a good thing. While this is undoubtedly a good looking set and great for display, most of the fun stuff lies within the interior. Thankfully the modular design makes accessing those interior features a little bit easier. If you're not happy with LEGO's interpretation of Hogwarts, you can easily use the clock tower and the other roof pieces to create your own version. Mix in a few other sets and the possibilities are endless. Although not exactly part of the modular capabilities of this set, we do have a removable beam at the back of the hospital wing. Removing this allows the hinges to work and we can fan out the hospital wing into this interesting configuration. As well as being equipped with 3 beds, we have a number of accessories to complete the hospital wing scene. Like any good hospital, Madam Pomfrey keeps detailed notes on the patient's observations. Sadly, the exact nature of this patient's maladies remain a mystery. The privacy and dignity of patients is paramount. That's why we have this interesting blue movable curtain. What happens in the hospital wing stays in the hospital wing, doesn't it, Hermione? It's an interesting construction built onto a white frame and can be angled forwards and backwards. When you've just been jinxed or are feeling under the weather, there's nothing better than Bertie Bot's Every Flavour beans. You can pick up a box of these at Sugar Plum's sweet shop for just 6 sickles. To help Madam Pomfrey carry out her nocturnal duties on the night shift, LEGO included this rather nice golden lantern. Madam Pomfrey somewhat reminds me of Florence Nightingale, the Lady of the Lamp. Technically not part of the hospital wing, unless it's delivering prescriptions, is this beautiful owl. It's from the same mould as the flying headwig we got in previous sets, but a different colour and with different printing. The printing is nicely executed and showcases the owl's big eyes and downy feathers. It's a beautifully moulded avian and I love the sand blue colour, even though it looked grey on the box. Although I did think this was meant to be Hermes, the blue colour makes me doubt my own thoughts. Let me know in the comments which of the owls you think this is meant to be. Every Hogwarts student has a trunk, and one is included with the hospital wing. You can tell these wizards never tried to fly Ryanair. Also within the hospital wing we have a medicine trolley which seems to have no wheels. This includes what looks like one of the love potions on sale at Weasley's Wizard Wheezes, a most unpleasant green concoction which reminds me of Polyjuice potion, and I bet the taste of this would make anyone feel blue. This bright yellow substance could be elixir to induce euphoria, or as we call it in the Muggle world, lager. But one of the most efficacious and delicious treatments, especially after a close encounter with a Dementor, is the humble bar of chocolate. Nom nom nom! As we move inside we find a neat and tidy hospital wing ready for 3 patients. In each of the bays we find a neat and tidily made hospital bed. There's a cheese slope for a pillow which looks mightily uncomfortable, and a place at the end of the bed to hang the patient's notes. There's also a place to sit for visitors who may or may not have caused the hospital admission, and it looks like somebody bought flowers because having something dying at the side of your hospital bed is great to remind you of your own mortality. Also at the side of each bed, casting a reassuring glow, is one of these gold table lamps. One thing I'm pretty sure you'll have noticed by now is the bottle of Skele-gro. Harry got his first taste of Skele-gro after Gilderoy Lockhart tried to fix Harry's broken arm. Of course, Lockhart hadn't repaired Harry's bones, he'd removed them. I can mend broken bones in a heartbeat, but growing them back? Regrowing bones is a nasty business. The original formulation for Skele-gro was invented by Linfred of Stinchcombe, a 12th century wizard and pioneering potioneer. Linfred was also known by the nickname the Potterer. That's where the Potter family name and most of their money came from. The Skele-gro bottle itself is made up of 3 elements, including a custom printed cylinder and a teeny tiny baby minifigure skull head. The Skele-gro bottle you see in the movie has very specific instructions. 1100 drops, bone regenerator, bonafide results every time. I once broke my arm and couldn't figure out why the doctor was laughing at the x-ray. Apparently he found it humorous. One last detail I must point out on this build are the candles. We find 2 of these on either side of the hospital wing, providing some welcome illumination. Another really cool thing about the hospital wing set is the number of new pieces included. We've got some medium blue modified 2x2 tiles with studs on the edge, a medium nugget Technic 2x8 plate with 7 holes, a new reddish brown lid for the treasure chest, the sand blue owl which also appears in the magical trunk, some 4x6 sand green plates on the roof, the sand green 45-degree 2x1 double slopes, the white 1x1 with the Bertie Bots every flavour beans design, the unique printed 1x1 open stud brick with Skele-gro design, and of course the baby skull head. Also brand new and exclusive to this set is the round 1x1 transclear tile with time turner design. Hermione Granger was issued a time turner in her 3rd year to enable her to get to more classes. Her time turner was inscribed with the words, "I mark the hours every one, nor have I yet outrun the sun. My use and value unto you are gauged by what you have to do." Harry Potter and Hermione went back in time to save both Sirius Black and Buckbeak the Hippogriff. The clear 1x1 tile captures some of the features of the time turner but doesn't really look like one. It's actually quite difficult to see the gold printing on the transclear 1x1 plate. So there you have the awesome 76398 Hogwarts Hospital Wing from LEGO Harry Potter! But that is not all. Oh no, that is not all! This set also comes with 4 magically magnificent minifigures. In fact, these minifigures are not only magically magnificent, they're all also new and exclusive to this set. Hi, it's Future Jeremy again. LEGO is going to be reusing Harry, Ron and Hermione in a couple of new sets due for release on June 1st, 2022. Namely 76407, The Shrieking Shack and Whomping Willow, and 76401, Hogwarts Courtyard, Sirius's Rescue. Although in the latter, I think those might be new facial expressions. Our first patient, is Ronald Bilious Weasley. He comes complete with a couple of accessories. Firstly, his new wand, which was purchased in 1993 from Ollivanders, after his old one was destroyed by the Whomping Willow in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Thankfully, after winning the Daily Profits Grand Prize Galleon draw, the Weasley family had enough money left over from the 700 Galleon prize to buy Ron a new wand. He looks mighty pleased to be holding this accessory, but less pleased to be holding this stick. Ron's leg was broken by the Grim, and as you can see, he has a cast. This makes the leg assembly technically exclusive. As you'd expect after being dragged beneath the roots of the Whomping Willow, Ron's sweater is a little bit beat up and very muddy. We see the same features printed on the back of the torso. Ron's hair is perfect for the character as shown in the third movie. Notice it's getting a little bit longer and the colour? Another Weasley I see. While the torso print may be exclusive, we've definitely seen this face before. It shows Ron looking quite happy until he gets his leg broken. Honestly, I'd be a bit miffed too. The minifigure is quite an accurate recreation of the character as portrayed in the movie. LEGO has even managed to bandage up the right leg. After so many repeats and rehashes of the same Ron Weasley minifigures, it's actually refreshing to get something that's almost all new. Next we have Madam Poppy Pomfrey, the strict but very capable matron, who has worked at Hogwarts since sometime before 1971. As a bonus fact, she was tasked with caring for a young Remus Lupin after he was bitten by Fenrir Greyback and afflicted by lycanthropy. Her costume is beautifully recreated and reminds me of the nurses' uniforms worn during the Crimean War. She's wearing a white dress and it looks great with the curved element instead of legs. I'm especially pleased that LEGO included some printing around the back. Around the middle we have a golden belt and then there's some kind of brooch on the uniform. Usually this is where a nurse would wear a watch. These details are all nicely picked out in metallic silver. Underneath the clinical white dress she's wearing a dark red long sleeve top. And if we peek around the back, it looks like the dress might actually be a pinafore. You can see where it kind of tapers in at the back. While we're here, check out the detail in the nurse's headdress. I like the way Poppy's hair sticks out at the front, making clever use of dual moulding. As well as the gold lantern which we saw earlier, Madam Pomfrey also comes with a wand of unknown construction. We don't know very much about it, but I can guarantee you'll find a replica in a Harry Potter gift store. More well known for being harassed and very strict, here we see Poppy with a very friendly face. That changes completely as we switch to the alternate expression. Maybe she's just found out what Gilderoy Lockhart did to Harry's arm. As I mentioned before, the costume is beautifully recreated based on the character in the movie. All of the parts you see in this minifigure are brand new. I really enjoy getting new characters from LEGO Harry Potter sets, and this one is an absolute corker. From an absolute corker, we move on to Just Harry. We've seen several different versions of this costume before, so you can be forgiven if you're feeling a little disappointed. Here's a nice comparison showing the before and after shot. This version of the boy what gone done lived stands on medium posable tan legs. At first the torso print looks like a complete rehash, but then you notice the mud, the scrapes, and more importantly, the blood stain on the t-shirt. Why is he always bleeding? As you'd expect, we have some nice silver metallics for the zipper, and considerably more rips and dirt around the back. Harry's wand is the usual 11-inch number, made of holly with a phoenix feather core. Nice and supple. The hair is perfect for Harry Potter, and I love the cutout for the lightning-shaped scar. But it's nothing new, and it's been used on at least 20 minifigures to date. The face is also very familiar, having been used on 11 minifigures in 15 sets. This shows a fairly happy-looking Harry, and then the familiar slightly pissed off look. Having knocked out a bunch of these before, you'd expect LEGO to get the likeness to the movie character just right. And of course they did! Although it looks very similar to previous minifigures, I do appreciate the new torso complete with mud, rips and bloodstains. This time it's his blood! And so our final minifigure from the set is Hermione Granger, the insufferable know-it-all. The minifigure is almost a cookie-cutter recreation of the HP 181 Hermione Granger. If I remember rightly, this came with Hagrid's Hut, Buckbeak's Rescue. The best thing of all is that we now actually have a before and after pair. This should open up some interesting photographic opportunities. Like Potter, Hermione stands on a pair of medium posable legs. She also comes with a wand, 10 3/4 inches long, made of vine wood with a dragon heartstring core. She wears the same pink t-shirt and hoodie combination we saw earlier, except this time it's covered in mud and a little bit banged up. We see more of that printed detail and the hood on the back of the torso. Hermione's hair, in contrast to the first two movies, is looking a lot more grown up and sleek. Is that really what my hair looks like from the back? Although the torso print may be new, the face is not. Here we see a pretty happy and content looking Hermione, and here we see the red mist has set in as she's about to thump Malfoy. As we alluded to earlier, Hermione also comes with a time turner. In fact, we actually get two of these inside the box. On the previous minifigure, the time turner was worn around the neck. This time it's handheld and is missing the chain. There's an interesting scene where Hermione uses the time turner to take herself and Harry back in time. You can see all sorts of comings and goings in the background, but it all happens very quickly. For example, we can see another unnamed healer from the hospital wing. She unwraps the bandages from a mummified student who is relieved to be reunited with his friends. We also see an unidentifiable Hogwarts professor, and someone who looks like Filch attending to the wood-burning stove. He takes a peek at the notes on one of the beds, but when you look really close, this doesn't look like actor David Bradley. I suspect they may have had a B unit shoot this incidental footage with lesser-known actors. Finally, when you bring time to a stop, you can actually see Hermione getting her hand bandaged. Taking full advantage of that convenient segue, you'll see that LEGO has included a wrist cast within the set. It's a small plastic part which clips into a minifigure's hand. It's a little bulkier than the bandage Hermione wears, but I appreciate the attention to detail. Comparing the minifigure to the character as portrayed in the movie, this is a really good match. LEGO could have just used the previous version of Hermione, but I really like the fact that she's been dragged through the mud. As a collection of unique minifigures, these are absolutely fantastic, and I love the attention to detail from the Prisoner of Azkaban movie. I really do like this set, but there's one thing we've not taken a look at. We need to find out which two duplicate wizard tiles are included in the box. Of course, being the blithering idiot that I am, I toss the new tiles in with the old tiles. As a reminder, a full set consists of 16 wizard cards. So far, I've collected Albus Dumbledore, the Richard Harris version, his replacement as portrayed by Michael Gambon, Severus Snape as played by the late great Alan Rickman, Minerva McGonagall played by Dame Maggie Smith, Gilderoy Lockhart who was brilliantly played by Sir Kenneth Branagh, Madame Olympe Maxime, Magizoologist Newt Scamander, Seraphina Pickery, noted alchemist Nicholas Flamel, Bertie Bott, inventor of the dreadfully flavoured beans, Jacunda Sykes, the first witch to cross the Atlantic on a broom, and Garrick Ollivander, whose family have been making fine wands since 382 BC. Slightly annoying, I've also amassed a collection of 11 duplicates. I still need to find all 4 Hogwarts founders, Godric Gryffindor, Salazar Slytherin, Helga Hufflepuff, and Rowena Ravenclaw. I'm guessing these guys might be a little harder to find, but they will be mine. Oh yes, they will be mine. So that was set number 76398, Hogwarts Hospital Wing from LEGO Harry Potter. If you're looking for an exact recreation of Hogwarts, this is definitely not it. The clock tower is really nice, and I really do like the interactive function with the clock hands. These modular style sets are great for creating your own larger scale Hogwarts. I've also now realised that if you put the clock tower in the right place and remove the beam from the back, you can actually angle the sides of the building with the clock tower still in place. This is a really nice set and comes highly recommended, especially for the Poppy Pomfrey minifigure, which will probably remain an exclusive to this set. Needless to say, I cannot wait for the summer 2022 releases. I'm especially excited to get 12 Grimmauld Place and looking forward to checking out the new version of Dumbledore's office. I think that's everything I have to say for now. If you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed having an excuse to play with LEGO, please drop me a like and don't forget to subscribe for more LEGO Harry Potter goodness. Thanks a million for checking out the review, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next build video.